The first step is to understand that completion does not come from the world outside. Completion lives in your consciousness. When you imagine it, when you feel it, when you believe it, it is as real as anything you have ever touched or seen. Too often, we wait for the evidence to appear before we believe. But let me remind you, evidence is never the master, it is the reflection. You must assume the end, feel it, live in it. The mind that dwells in the state of fulfilled desire draws the circumstance into manifestation. What appears outside will always obey the conviction inside. Do not let your senses deceive you. The world may whisper, it has not happened yet, but your inner world says, it is already done. Persist in that inner knowing. Revisit the reality of your desire in the theater of your imagination, as if it is happening now. See it, hear it, feel it, and give thanks for it. Gratitude is the signal that your inner reality is complete. It tells your consciousness, this is what I have already received, and here is the most important step. Keep going. Do not falter. Many begin, but few persist. Continue to live in the state of completion. Speak, act, and think as though your desire is fully realized. The world outside will follow inevitably. The timing is not yours to command. Your responsibility is to remain in the assumed state. Let go of doubt, let go of struggle, and allow reality to catch up with your inner knowing. So, hear me clearly, it is complete. What you have imagined, what you have believed, what you have felt in your heart, this is your reality waiting to be revealed. Keep imagining it, keep feeling it, and keep expressing the certainty that it is done. Let nothing shake your inner conviction. Continue forward with unwavering faith, because the moment you assume it complete, it is already working its way into your life. Please, do not stop now. Keep going. Every thought, every feeling, every inner vision is an active agent drawing your completed desire into your outer world. You have done the invisible work. You have assumed, you have felt, you have trusted. Now, all that remains is for reality to mirror what is already true within. It is complete. Live in that truth. Keep going and watch as your imagination takes form. To assume the end is to recognize that your desire is already complete, fully formed in the realm of consciousness. It is not a future possibility or a distant hope. It is a present reality waiting for your acknowledgement. The moment you imagine the end of your desire as accomplished, you align your mind and emotions with the reality that you wish to experience. You must live as though it already exists, for the world outside always mirrors the world within. Too many people wait for circumstances to validate their dreams, believing that the external world must first change before they can feel joy or fulfillment. This is the exact opposite of creation. Creation begins in consciousness. Your inner assumption, your mental and emotional conviction is what shapes what appears in your life. To assume the end is to let go of the sense of not yet and to embrace the certainty of it is done. Picture yourself in the state of having already received. See the details, hear the sounds, feel the sensations as vividly as if you are already living it. Let this experience saturate your imagination. When you dwell in this assumed state, your mind ceases to question and your emotions stop resisting. You enter a quiet confidence that cannot be shaken by external circumstances. People, events, and opportunities begin to respond to the reality you have already accepted as true. Your outer world becomes a reflection of your inner certainty. The universe cannot distinguish between the imagined and the physical once your assumption is real and complete within you. Persistence is essential. The assumption must not be a fleeting thought or a temporary fantasy. It must become a lived experience. Live your daily life as the person who already possesses what you desire. Speak, act, and feel from that state of fulfillment. This is how the invisible becomes visible, how the unseen manifests as tangible reality. Remember, the end is always present in consciousness. It is your recognition of it that draws it into form. Assume it, live it, breathe it, and give thanks, as though it has already appeared. This is the sacred law of creation. What you assume as real, with feeling and conviction, inevitably enters your life. The end is complete. You only need to see it, feel it, and persist in that knowing until your word reflects it fully. Feeling is the hidden key to creation. It is not the thought alone that brings your desire into being, but the emotional reality that you attach to it. The mind imagines, but feeling ignites. To truly manifest what you desire, you must immerse yourself in the sensation of already having it. Let the experience of fulfillment course through your consciousness as if it is happening now. This is not wishful thinking, it is the very act of creation itself. When you allow yourself to feel the reality of your desire, you are sending a powerful signal to your inner world. Your imagination, coupled with genuine feeling, transforms ideas into living experiences. Consider this: when a child plays, fully absorbed in the game, they are unaware of limitation. They are not waiting for the outside world to confirm their play. They live it fully in their senses and emotions. This is how feeling works in manifestation. You must step into that same childlike immersion, sensing your desires as fully realized, letting every detail awaken in your mind and body. The world outside responds only to the inner reality you hold. If your imagination is dry, intellectual, or distant, the outer world will reflect that lack of vitality. When your desire is felt, experienced, and believed at the level of emotion, it begins to materialize. Feeling bridges the invisible and the visible. It is the lifeblood of manifestation. Joy, satisfaction, gratitude, and the excitement of accomplishment, all these feelings are signal to your consciousness that desire is real and complete. Persistence is vital. You must return again and again to the state of feeling, allowing yourself to dwell in it without distraction. Resist the temptation to check the outside world for evidence. Evidence always follows feeling, never precedes it. As long as you remain faithful to the emotional reality of your fulfilled desire, your outer circumstances will align. The universe cannot deny the power of your felt reality. It is a law beyond question. So, immerse yourself fully. Let the feeling of success, love, health, or abundance saturate every part of your being. Speak as though it is yours. Act as though it has already arrived. And most important, feel as though there is no separation between your imagination and your reality. Feeling is the secret. The sensation of completion brings it into form. Live in that reality and watch the unseen become visible, because what is felt deeply in the mind and heart cannot fail to manifest. The world around you is not the measure of your reality. What you see, hear, or touch is only reflection of beliefs that have already been assumed. Too often, we allow our senses to dictate what is possible. Convincing ourselves that our desires must conform to what appears outside. But the truth is simple. The outer world is never the master, it is the servant. Reality always follows your inner conviction. If you allow yourself to be swayed by evidence of the senses, you will forever live in limitation, waiting for proof that will only appear after you have assumed the end within. To manifest your desire, you must ignore what seems to be. Let go of the temptation to measure your progress by external circumstances. These are illusions, transient and often misleading. The house of your dreams, the career, the relationship, or the health you seek, they do not wait for the world to validate them. They wait for you to claim them inwardly, to settle in the state of fulfillment with absolute certainty. The evidence outside is irrelevant. Your inner reality is the true lawgiver. And once you have established it, outer world must conform. Imagine the life you desire in vivid detail. Feel it fully, see it clearly. Hear the sounds, smell the scents, taste the joy. Do this without questioning whether the outer world agrees. The mind that persists in the assumption of truth, regardless of appearances, is a mind that brings dreams into being. Doubt, skepticism, and reliance on sensory proof are the barriers that keep desire in the realm of imagination alone. You must rise above them and inhabit the reality you wish to see. The more you practice ignoring the evidence of your senses, the or effortless your manifestation becomes. You will notice a sense of peace, of quiet confidence, because your state is no longer dictated by fluctuating circumstances. The outer world becomes a mere reflection of what has already been assumed. Events, people, and situations will arrange themselves to confirm the inner reality you hold with unwavering faith. Remember, reality always follows your inner conviction. It is the unseen, not the seen, that creates. Trust in the power of your imagination and your inner knowing. Do not waver when your senses tell you otherwise. Hold firm in the feeling of fulfillment. Live as though your desire is already yours, and watch as the impossible becomes inevitable. The mind is a garden, and imagination is the seed from which reality grows. To manifest your desires, it is not enough to imagine once or twice. You must persist. Return again and again to the vision of your fulfilled desire. Revisit it daily, in detail, with emotion and clarity. The mind that dwells consistently in the state of completion draws the outer world into alignment. This is the law of creation. What the mind assumes and holds steadily in consciousness must manifest in form. Persistence does not mean effort or struggle, it means devotion. It means allowing your imagination to become a living, breathing reality in your consciousness, regardless of what the world appears to say. Many begin with enthusiasm, but abandon the vision when external circumstances seem contrary. This is the exact moment when most desires fail to materialize. The world outside cannot define your outcome. Only the persistence of your inner vision can bring it into being. Return to your imagined scene as often as needed. See yourself already in possession of your desire. Hear the sounds, feel the sensations. Speak as if it has already come to pass. Let your emotions saturate the vision with life, for it is the feeling within that gives your imagination its creative power. Each return to the vision strengthens it, embeds it deeper into your consciousness, and makes it irresistible to the universe. Persistence also cultivates confidence and peace. When you return consistently to your inner reality, doubt loses its grip. You no longer rely on external signs for reassurance. You know that the unseen has already been fulfilled because your mind remains steadfast in the state of completion. This unwavering commitment is what separates those who merely dream from those who manifest. Do not rush the process, nor question the timing. The unseen works quietly, shaping circumstances to reflect what has already been assumed. Your task is to persist, to dwell in your imagined reality with joy, conviction, and gratitude. Allow no interruption of your inner certainty, for the mind that persistently envisions the end draws it inexorably into experience. Remember, persistence is not mere repetition, it is unwavering faith enacted through imagination. Return, feel, dwell, and assume. The mind, that continues faithfully in this state, becomes a magnet for the fulfillment of all that has been imagined. Your vision is not a fleeting thought, it is a living reality waiting to enter form. Persist and watch as imagination becomes tangible. Gratitude is not merely a polite response to what has already occurred, it is a powerful force that confirms the fulfillment of your desires. When you feel truly thankful in the present moment, you are signaling to your consciousness that what you seek has already been received. Gratitude bridges the gap between imagination and reality, between the unseen and the seen. It is the acknowledgement of completeness before evidence appears outside, and it accelerates manifestation like nothing else. Too often, we wait for circumstances to give us reason to be thankful. We say, I will be grateful when this happens, or I'll feel joy when I receive it. But this is backward. True creation begins in the inner world and gratitude must be offered first, as though the desire is already fulfilled. Feel it now. Give thanks, as if the manifestation has already arrived. Let your heart overflow with appreciation for the life you have imagined. This is the state in which your desires cannot help but materialize. Gratitude strengthens the assumption of the end. It transforms fleeting thoughts into living experiences and quiet wishes into unshakable conviction. Each time you consciously express gratitude for your fulfilled desires, you are planting seeds in your subconscious mind. These seeds grow silently but powerfully, aligning your consciousness with the reality you wish to see. The outer world cannot resist this inner certainty. It must obey the state of mind that is firmly rooted in appreciation and completion. Gratitude changes the frequency of your energy. When you are thankful, you vibrate in harmony with abundance, love, success, or whatever you have imagined. You stop focusing on lack and instead dwell in satisfaction. The universe responds to this vibration, bringing circumstances, people, and events into alignment with the reality you feel. Gratitude is not passive, it is active creation, so do not wait to feel grateful. Do not let your senses or external circumstances dictate your emotions. Choose now to feel the joy, the relief, the satisfaction of receiving what you desire. Speak it, think it, live it, and let every thought be wrapped in appreciation. This is how the invisible becomes tangible. Remember, gratitude is confirmation. It is the inner acknowledgement that your desire is already fulfilled. When you feel grateful now, you are telling your mind, it is done, and in that feeling, the outer world must follow. Be thankful, be persistent, and watch as your imagined reality takes form. Once your desire has been assumed and fully felt, the next step is to release all attachment to how and when it will appear. Too often, we try to force reality to bend to our timing, checking and worrying at external signs, and in doing so, we disrupt the flow of manifestation. Creation does not require you control it, requires your inner state of certainty. The universe works quietly and powerfully through your settled consciousness, bringing into form what you have already assumed as real. To let go does not mean to abandon your vision. It means to rest in the assurance that it is done. Your imagination has planted the seed, your feeling has nourished it, and now the only task is to remain in the state of completion. When you release attachment to external circumstances, you remove resistance. Allow the unseen forces to orchestrate the perfect unfolding of your desire. Patience is not passive, it is an active trust in the power of your inner reality. Many become anxious when results do not appear immediately, forgetting that the outer world always mirrors the inner world in its own perfect timing. By attempting to control outcomes, you signal doubt to your consciousness, and this doubt can delay the manifestation. Instead, hold the vision, feel the fulfillment, and then let go. Trust that the universe responds to your inner state, not your frenzy. See effort, the mind that is settled, confident, and detached becomes a magnet for the very reality it has imagined. Letting go also allows joy and peace to fill the space where worry once resided. You no longer cling to the how or when of your desire. Your consciousness remains aligned with fulfillment, and from this state of ease, everything you have imagined is drawn naturally toward you. The process is effortless for the mind that trusts and rests in its own knowing. Remember, once assumed and felt, your desire is already complete in consciousness. There is no need to push, to force, or to hurry. Release all attempts to control timing. Release all impatience, and let the universe mirror the perfection you hold within. Allow reality to enter in its own way through channels beyond your comprehension, yet perfectly aligned with your inner certainty. Let go, trust, and remain settled. Your imagination has done its work, your feeling has energized it, and now reality is simply catching up with what is already true. Be still, be grateful, and watch the unseen become visible as we draw this journey to a close. Remember this fundamental truth: what you desire is already complete. It exists in the realm of consciousness, fully formed, waiting only for your recognition. Every step we discussed, assuming the end, immersing in feeling, ignoring the evidence of the senses, persisting in imagination, feeling gratitude, and finally letting go are not separate techniques. They are the natural flow of creation, guiding you to live from the reality you wish to experience. Your outer world is a mirror of your inner state. When you dwell consistently in the feeling of fulfillment, when you assume your desires as already do, nay, and when you release attachment to timing and circumstance, the universe cannot help but respond. It moves, arranges, and manifests on your behalf. You are the conscious creator of your life, and nothing outside of you has the power to deny what you have accepted as true within. Keep going. Do not be discouraged by appearances. The world may seem slow or uncertain, but the unseen is already active. Your imagination, your feelings, and your gratitude are the invisible forces that bring completion into form. Persist in these practices daily, with faith and joy, knowing that each moment spent in the inner reality of your desire brings it closer to the outer world. Believe deeply, feel fully, and live as though it is already yours. Trust the process and allow reality to align perfectly with your inner state. The moment you accept this truth, your life will begin to reflect it in ways you may never have imagined. Thank you for committing to this